Hello, boys and girls, and those who bounce in between. It's Pride Month here in Tennessee, and some folks don't like that. Namely, the Shield Wall Network, who is a group of neo Nazi scum who are planning on doing their own counter protest at the Pride Month rally, which is just a way for gay people to sort of celebrate uh, their their community and take pride in that. And even though I'm a straight guy, it looks like a pretty hoppin' party, and I would like to go down there as a sign of my support and solidarity. Um, I live in Tennessee, kind of live on the opposite side of the state, unfortunately, but we shall see. I might turn up there, I might not. Um, But if the Shield Wall boys are going to be there, then I think it should be my responsibility as a leftist to show up there too in case some shit happens. Because I care about all of these folk here, these good gay folk, and I want to do my best as an ally to help them spread the good word and spread the bad word, in this case, about the Nazis trying to crash the party. So this is the Knox News. This is article by Ryan Willudes. It says, after outrage over parade guidelines, Knox Pride leaders clarify police role. Uh-oh, here we go, folks. The Knox Pride leaders selling out to the pigs. Yeah, you're don't. If you're a gay pride leader, don't trust pigs. Come on, dude. Have you never heard of the oh shit, what were those riots in New York? God darn it, I'm blanking on the name. It was during the 70s, I believe. Fuck. I'll have to do a video on that in the future. But I'll have to remember the name first. You guys know what I'm talking about. Um, but anyway, Knox Pride leaders backed off from guidelines they emailed Pride Fest participants that threatened to have police remove people from the parade who engaged with anti-LGBTQ harassers. So what? They were just supposed to stand there and get spit on and hurled insults at and just not retaliate, not respond? This is like those parents that tell their kids, "Oh, just ignore the bullies." Like, you can't fucking ignore bullies. But that the very nature of bullying is you can't ignore it. These people being there, they're bullies. They are just the reason why Shield Wall Network and all these chud goobers are going to this pride event is just so they can poo-poo all over the gay people here, and they hope that something happens and they can get to billy club some gay folks. It's really a sick thing, but they live for this kind of stuff. During a live Q&A on Facebook on Wednesday night, leaders said they meant that people would be removed only if they engaged in activity that would attract police attention under any circumstances, such as shoving another person. Okay. Well, I mean, that cleans it up a little bit, but the initial statement came off as being really, really bad, dude. Knox Pride, which organizes their annual Pride Fest and parade scheduled for Saturday, sent an email to participants earlier this week to prepare them for the event. Part of the email discussed state, local, undercover police presence, as well as the possibility that harassers will attend. We will take the high road. Oh my god. And we will not engage with any anti-pride protesters, the email said. If you are in the parade and engage with the protesters, the Knox Pride Board asked KPD and state police to remove you and your representing group from the parade route. Knox Pride posted to Facebook that this only applies to active participants, not onlookers. Multiple people took on social media to criticize the board's choice to silence parade's participants while anti-LGBTQ harassers speak freely. Once again, we're just supposed to sit by and let them fucking hurl insults at us and not be allowed to respond. Stupid. Some called for a new board for the for the event. Yeah, that's what happens when leaders of a gay pride community try to side with like the cops, and they trust the cops more than, you know, anti-fascist elements, which are like the first line of defense always. And if anything, the cops are just sort of passively there. I mean, do you really think they would bat an eye if things turned violent? I mean, they didn't really bat an eye when things oh yeah, Stonewall riots. Anyway, Amanda Gianow posted a screenshot to her email of the email to her Facebook, as well as what she called a ridiculous and shallow response from Knox Pride prior to Wednesday night's Q&A. Seriously, like, what was that liberal bullshit? Like, get that shit out of here. Go sit in the corner and think about what you said. In, in her post, she contrasted Knox Pride's view of law enforcement with other communities that are taking a stance against police at Pride events. Ooh. So there's Nashville LGBTQ groups debate role of police at Pride on anniversary of Stonewall riots. Yeah, Stonewall riots. That's what I was trying to think of, guys. It wasn't a riot. It was a butchery by the cops. But I mean, I'll do an episode on that in the future because it deserves its own episode. Um, so I mean, yeah, this is an article about hey Knoxville, you know, this is why you should take some notes. You should take some notes from your Nashville comrades, because they seem to sort of have a healthy mistrust of law enforcement. For many in the community, a history of discrimination and violence at the hands of law enforcement makes it difficult to trust the police, especially in queer spaces. Government anti-discrimination bill passes House amidst criticism from LGBT advocates. A bill opposed by LGBTQ advocates say that it would prevent state or local government entities in Tennessee from discriminating against a business based on the company's internal policies has advanced to House. The legislation seeks to prohibit state and local governments from taking discriminatory action against a business, including altering the tax treatment or withholding contracts from a company based on their policies about discrimination, health insurance, family leave, or minimum wage. So basically, you're not allowed to discriminate against these companies for discriminating against people. That's stupid as fuck, dude. Tennessee, way to really uh, be forward thinking in terms of gay rights. Real good job, big brain boys from Tennessee. But back to the Knoxville boys. Um, let's see. In her post, she contracted Knox Pride's view of law enforcement with other. Okay. Uh, she says, they do not seem to understand that we are not holding them responsible for police presence, nor the actions of police, Gianow said in her Facebook message about Knox Pride, but actively asking police to forcibly remove queers? Yes. Yeah, that's pretty fucking bad, dude. Knox Pride, you asked police to forcibly remove queer people. The theme is Stonewall, and you asked police to remove queer people who are harassed. You asked queer people to take the high road. Once again, the fucking road has been carved so deep down into the pits of hell that there's no such thing as the high road anymore. When you've got Nazi scum showing up, there's no such thing as taking the high road. Because Nazis take the low road every single fucking time. We're not gonna fucking win by this fucking namby-pamby virtue signaling bullshit. And yes, I use the term virtue signaling ironically, but part of it is applicable to this situation. Like, what good is the high road gonna take you? What, you're gonna get chastised and spat on, and it's just gonna encourage the chuds to do it again next time. And probably take it more extreme because they know that you're just a bunch of little baby bitches that don't stand up for themselves. So hell no. You have to stand up for yourselves, folks. Don't let yourself get pushed around and bullied. And certainly don't rely on the cops to save you because they won't. Like I said before in a previous video, cops are pigs. This sure seems like free license to harass queer people who defend themselves. Other communities are taking a stand against police presence at Pride, but not Knox. Nope, we're asking them to remove queer people. That's pretty bad, dude. So Knox Pride, in this message, she says, "We will not be removing those that wish to react to protesters unless they are actively participating in our parade. We agree it is not the most ideal. However, when you sign up to be part of the parade, you become a representative of our organization." See, and here it is. They're trying to fucking... I don't understand this. Like, what? You're trying to, like, legitimize yourself in the eyes of the big capitalists or something? Like, who cares? It's just liberal bullshit. He now said it's alarming that Knox Pride would try to silence the LGBT community at the event. That in part is marking the 50th anniversary of the Stonewall Uprising, New York protest by the patrons of the Stonewall Gay Bar against police harassment that is considered the galvanizing moment in the fight for LGBTQ rights. So here we go. Knox Pride apologized. "We're sorry, guys. We're sorry. We kind of threw all the gay people under the bus here, even though we're a LGBT organization." The stance of the Knox Pride comes in the midst of controversy involving Detective Grayson Fritz of the Knox County Sheriff's Office, who called for the state-sponsored execution of LGBTQ people during a sermon at a local church earlier this month. What the hell? Oh, come on, dude. I don't want to have to subscribe. Damn you. Damn you to hell. I'm just going to look up Grayson Fritz. Make your news sites free, guys. Jesus Lord. Oh, you got to be kidding. Is it the only article? Oh, here we go. Blocked ad, blocked ad. Okay, I'm having technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. In part 2, we will get back with this little horrible tale of racists trying to destroy a pride parade, and we'll learn about Grayson Fritz and Detective, real private eye here, real Inspector Gadget. And so with that, stay tuned for part 2.